So I've just got to Singapore and I'm by myself right now. The rest of the band is already at the hotel. So that's Charlie, Chris, and Graham. I think they got in around midnight, and then Nick, our manager, will be coming really soon, actually around 7. It's about 6:45 right now in the morning. Unfortunately, my luggage was lost on the transit from Tokyo to Beijing to Singapore. And so that means that my guitar is not here. So, I don't know, worst case scenario, I have to try to find some sort of replacement guitar. Though they seem pretty confident that my stuff is still in Singapore, in Beijing, and that it should be sent on a flight later tonight. So, fortunately well, if everything goes well, they will they'll send it to my hotel for me, and then everything should be waiting for me by tomorrow morning, which would be perfect because that's when the festival starts.
Yeah. Give me one of these.
We are fucked up.
We have barely, I think I got like 3 hours of sleep in the hotel inn.
This is our manager, Nick. Chris, tell me what it's like flying Cathay Pacific.
Well, in the VIP seat that I was in, it was pretty next level.
High tech.
It was super high tech. It was so high tech that they didn't even need the row of seats in front of me. Neither the row in front of that row of seats. I had a server station over to the side. I could stretch my legs out as far as I wanted, and in fact, if I really wanted to, I could have just gotten right out of my seat and just laid down on the ground in a straight line.
How about you, Ollie? How was it?
Yeah, my experience was the complete opposite of Chris.
Yeah,
like
you were in a dungeon.
It was no good. Okay, first flight, 3 hours, super old plane, no TV screen. At all. Like, no, actually, wait, no. They had like in the old days, you know, where like they come from the roof and there's like that one.
Like in the Greyhound bus.
Yeah. It was awful. And just,
oh man.
So I didn't even bother. And then the next flight had TV screens, but like the space was like for half a person. Like it was awful. Like you know, like Chris or something, just being squished up.
Yeah.
The worst thing too was I thought that leaning back would help, but like what happened is instead of leaning you back, it pushed your legs forward. So like even crunched up, like even more. So it was a terrible experience. So I don't know, I'm kind of against using Air China in the future.
So I tried to do all my laundry Saturday night before we left for the trip on Sunday early afternoon. But unfortunately the dryer in my apartment building is a piece of garbage and none of my clothes dried. So I tried to hang dry them for like 10 hours still. That still was not sufficient. So when I woke up to pack my bag about 11, all my clothes were still soaking wet. They're still wet. So I just had to throw them in my bag and then like have them live in a plain cargo hold below freezing in the air for like 30 hours, and they just smell horrible right now.
Yeah. So Charlie, where are we?
Singapore. I think you called that the Merlion?
That's what I'm calling it. I don't really know if that's specifically what it is.
It's a mermaid mixed with a lion.
Yeah.
This place is really, really beautiful. I'm like pretty blown away. When I was just hanging in the hotel room and stuff, it was like, it hadn't quite hit me that I was in like somewhere completely different. And then like, you look at that building with a boat on top of it, and you're like, oh no, there isn't shit like this in Vancouver at all.
How about the weather? How's the weather?
I like it. It's really, really, really hot and like also gray.
Awesome. So I just got my luggage delivered to me this morning. I arrived last night around 10:30, and then they had it delivered to the hotel at about 2 in the morning. So it's perfectly ready, just waiting for me this morning. So I'm super excited.
So where are we right now?
We are at the Ritz-Carlton in Singapore.
Doing?
Networking, I suppose? Yeah.
We're at Music Matters right now.
Right,
and so this is kind of why we're here. It's a music festival, but it's also a music conference. And so rubbing shoulders, learning about the business model in Asia, and making opportunities for the band. really exciting.
Joey from the other band. I just met the Hootsuite Owl.
Oh, Hootsuite Owl.
Very nice.
Hootsuite is from Vancouver, I believe, and
I think so,
also
yeah.
here, so you know, hopefully we get some love from our neighbors. So Charlie and I skipped out of the conferences a bit earlier to rest, I guess, for the night ahead. Got a couple shows, but we were really successful at networking.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think so. So we got some people coming out today, and I don't know. What are your takeaways for today, Charlie?
There was a really great talk about YouTube that I guess the head of YouTube fucking.
Yeah, like I think he was VP content.
Yeah. Anyway, he had a talk that was really inspiring and really cool, and kind of made me think about what we should be doing for Japanese girls in the same respect.
However diverse or different each YouTube partner is, one message remains the same through all their stories. They have all discovered the value of building a fan base to supercharge their business. Notice I didn't say audience. So what's the difference between an audience and a fan base?
Yeah.
The other thing that we learned, I think, at Music Matters is that K-pop music is enormous.
It's just massive.
It's just massive. It's the biggest thing here.
Which
so.
kind of remind me of like, is that why One Direction is doing well? Because they're basically like the K-pop of England?
I think so. It's kind of like, well, what they were saying about K-pop was just like how they deliver their content.
Right.
And, like, you know,
So
it's not
personal,
just,
yeah.
it's very personalized. It's very fan-oriented.
I would suggest that other Asian markets try and imitate what's going on in Korea. I mean, Korea's really, as you say, developed a formula. It's a very precise formula that starts training kids from a very young age, and part of the success of that formula has to do with the economic development of Korea and the fact that they have so much money to throw around. They have an incredibly slick product. Now, much slicker than J-pop, I would say, which is saying a lot.
So, I don't know. I think all of us in the band are considering our second album to be K-pop. K-pop. So. I mean, look out for that, yeah. So how are you guys finding Singapore food?
I love it. It's eating curry, everything.
I was really surprised by like the amount of South Asian cuisine here.
Are you expecting all Burger Kings?
All and McDonald's.
Burger Kings?
I guess like, well, Chinese food, but there is a lot of Chinese food, but it seems like there's like even more South Asian food.
There's a lot of like places that just serve like every kind of Asian food, like Korean, Japanese, Chinese, and then Indian, like all in one drop.
The band's just getting ready now to head to our first show in Singapore. How are we feeling, boys?
We look good, feel good.
Look good, feel good, like always.
No.
Doing our usual pre-show kind of routine, listening to Tame Impala.
Standard.
Pre-drinking, yeah.
Drinking.
Memories now. Please let me loose somehow. You're driving me crazy, but all I can do is just put up a smile. It's going to take me a while. For now, how do I heal my soul? 'Cause it feels so.
Now Brandon wants to cut her hair, but she's scared, but she's scared, but she's scared, but she's scared, but she's scared. She really likes the girl in the black. They cut themselves on blades of grass. She really likes the girl in the black. They cut themselves on blades of grass. She won't call you names, you won't have to be afraid, honey. She won't call you names, and you won't have to
what it means to be a man. I think she really understands what it means to be a man. She won't tell you names, you won't have to be afraid, honey. She won't tell you names, and you won't have to be afraid. So find the one you love and tell them that you do. And try to be yourself. I know that that's confusing. Everybody picks a side. Like divorce and divorce and divorce and divorce and divorce. And I finally saw the blue in your eyes. Get the more, get the more, get the more, get the more, get the more.